And we are.
Which dragon you're talking about? I mean, there's only one dragon, of course.
Yeah, void dragons.
Oh, hi.
What? Void dragons, the choice of dragon for any DM who wants to just destroy their campaign.
Listen, I only have an obsession with void dragons because of you.
you want to see if your characters are strong enough to withstand a supernova to the face? Void dragon.
Or the I'm sick of your shit, void dragon.
Yeah.
Or because you're bored, void dragon.
Or
Sounds
there
like...
was that thing that we faced in Sonata 2.
Yeah, there's that too.
That's a special dragon.
I would much rather face that than a void dragon, because at least that one doesn't nuke a mile and a half radius around it with every type of damage known to man when it dies.
Not in that form, it doesn't.
Yeah.
That dragon has 3 separate forms, though.
Its special move isn't an event horizon.
Well,
I mean,
Void dragon.
Origin, you technically have access to the fun blue one.
I have access to
The
ones
Calamity Dragon.
The Calamity Dragon. I also have ones that I've been working on too that may or may not appear in campaigns.
One of these days, I will actually write up a proper stat block for Cassius's Void Dragon form, and then I will drop it in one of these games against all of you and just laugh maniacally.
I'll give him a wish and he'll fuck himself over.
Okay. No, he'll be fine. Just the plane will be destroyed.
Hey, Cassius, do you want to draw from the deck?
Not again.
Cassius may have PTSD.
Every single one of my characters has PTSD, but that goddamn deck of many things, because I always end up with it somehow.
I mean, look, it's in a pretty blue bag. I mean, how can you resist it? It's also made of the same fabric that the dice bags that Siva made.
As a player, can resist it, no problem. But unfortunately, all of my characters are dumb. So
I have the opposite problem. The one campaign that I have access to a deck of many things in, my character would not touch that thing with a 10-foot pole.
That's why you play a character with no inhibitions whatsoever. He
has very specific inhibitions.
If you set your character's fucks to 0, they'll be able to draw from the deck.
Yeah. Set their fucks to 0 or just set their intelligence to 0. I guess it's more of a wisdom thing.
It's a wisdom.
Honestly.
It's a wisdom. Because intelligence would be like, well, there's at least some good stuff that happens into it. Low wisdom is like, yeah, fuck yeah, magic deck, draw all the cards.
The only tiny bit of relief that I got from that stupid deck was when Zael had it, because I mean, she was dumb enough to pull from the deck, but she also doesn't trust magic items. So it wasn't a constant, oh, I need to pull a card. I need to pull a card. I need to pull another card.
That's what I have Groudon for.
Exactly.
Yeah, like a certain rattling in a coin.
Yeah.
Groudon's like me. He likes to put a little bit of chaos in it.
What happens if I flip the
I
coin?
mean, I do too.
No.
I just don't want to be the one that's holding on to that chaos. Let me give it to someone else, and then chaos can ensue.
Amelia has no fucks to give, but she also doesn't trust things initially. Just inherently does not trust anything. So, she trusts the deck.
Speaking of not trusting things, welcome to episode 9 of Gnoll Way Out. How is everyone doing? I know Rojan probably has some choice words for today.
Oh, I'm exhausted, dude. My brain is just on standby mode right now.
Perfect. So, as everyone can see, I'm sure, we are missing Kiara. She had some stuff that she had to attend to. Life happens. It is the way it is. But we are also plus one player that I'm not actually going to talk about yet, aside from mentioning that they're there because you can see them in the overlay. They will make an appearance.
You didn't
at some
see
point.
anything.
No, it's just more beautiful desert landscape for you guys to look at. It just happens to have a name tag on it for some reason.
That was a goof up, and we just didn't feel like fixing it.
So I guess we can just jump right into this because some things happened last week, didn't they?
I don't remember what happened last week aside from I made or Zara made Isa a mushroom person.
Yeah. So we started off last week with Isa being dead, and the group trying to come up with the best option they could to bring Isa back. And they didn't take the best option. Instead, the option they took was making a deal with the Demon Lord, which is a fun option.
Look, Zara only has one person on her phone a friend, okay?
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Aw.
Zara's not like Rose. Rose doesn't have like the entirety of every demon on speed dial.
I'm assuming that's because the other option was currently dead.
I mean, why go to the small fries when you can just go straight to the top and speak to the Demon Lord directly? Seems like the best option to me.
1-800 demon.
Not just any demon, Demon Lord.
Demon Lord, yes. So a deal was made, although the terms of the deal were never explicitly told to really anyone involved, which makes it that much better in my opinion. But that's demons, you know. Demons don't have rules and regulations like devils do. They don't have to tell you anything.
We also have December.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Zoro's trying to get our attention in chat.
I'm sorry, Zoro. I have Zoom over the chat. I can't see chat.
Zoro's just like losing her dice goblin mind over there.
Just come on, guys, dice.
I need the click clack math rocks.
Oh, the click clack math rocks.
I will interrupt my recap for some click clack math rocks. So we do have December giveaways happening throughout the month of December. Every stream that we have, we will be giving away a set of beautiful dice. In fact, the link I'm dropping in chat now is the dice that we are giving away today. I have that set and they are beautiful.
Oh, those ones look so pretty.
When the light hits them in just the right way, they sparkle so much. So what you have to do to get in on this giveaway is as soon as I open it up, you will type !December in chat, and that will enter you in. And we will be drawing a winner for this giveaway roughly halfway through the stream, probably at the end of our second break for the evening. And if you are present, you need to tell us what it is that you won by just saying dice or math rocks or whatever you happen to call dice. We'll do the trick. You don't have to tell us the actual name of the set. And that will confirm that you are paying attention and know what you're actually entering for. And after that, we'll just need your Discord username. And we will reach out to you from there to get your shipping information. So the raffle is now open. As mentioned, just type !December to enter. And that's it. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, that's right. Isa was dead. So after the deal was struck, Isa was presented with an option in her spirit state, I guess you could say, her soul state.
The avatar state.
The
Yes.
avatar state. And some doors were set before her, one of them leading to permanent death, one leading to life thanks to the efforts of Zara and the deal that she made, and the other also leading to life, but of an unknown source. She opted to go with Zara's deal. She was brought back to life, and some things were a little bit different. They were subtle, but there was some obvious influence of the demon lord that restored her to life. Once you are all rested and comfortable after that endeavor, you set out into the desert once again and encountered some curious creatures. Creatures that seem to be made of brass, bronze, and were given life by gears and springs and clockwork mechanisms. And after dispatching these creatures, you did some investigating and came to the conclusion that these probably came from the same source as whatever those creatures were that stole your supplies several days earlier, and that attempted to steal some supplies a second time, only to be thwarted by Xena's it wasn't. She wasn't really perceiving. She was just kind of dancing around the area.
It was a
and happened to-
performance.
Yes, during her wonderful performance, she happened to spot them before they could crawl into the hole that you had dug and steal some of your supplies. I think other than that, the travel went relatively okay for the day. Pretty sure it did, because you guys were, yes, you found a place to set up camp and bed down for the evening. And during first watch, when darkness had taken the desert and Zara was looking around, keeping you guys safe, Iza had a dream. But not that kind of dream. It was a bad dream.
Are you sure?
It was I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
She found herself once again in the darkness that she was in when she was presented with the 3 doors. Although this time there weren't any doors. This time there was a voice that spoke to her and was less than pleased about the transaction that had been made. And that is actually where we are going to pick up today, is with Iza still in that dream. Now, I believe you said you had some choice words for this boy.
I did. Very stupid choice words.
Would
That's
you
the choice
care
words.
to share those choice words with us?
Yeah. You said even if I peeked over my shoulder, I still couldn't see anything. It was just
Yes,
disembodied voice.
it sounds, you can hear heavy breathing in your ears, and the voice sounded like it was right over your shoulder, but turning to look, you just see darkness. You see nothing.
So I'm just going to stare straight ahead as if it doesn't bother me hearing all this heavy, labored breathing. She's going to kind of smirk on her face. She goes, so, I can hear how much effort it takes for you to reach me. If you had the power to take me, you would. But I'm open to a deal if that's what you want to make.
Roll me a persuasion.
This is not going to be good. My charisma's a 7. So that's a 9.
A 9, okay. So as soon as you finish saying that, possibly a little smug, a little proud of yourself for standing up to whatever this creature is, you feel something on your throat, as if a clawed hand has wrapped itself around your throat and begun to squeeze quite tightly, and it is restricting your breath. It's becoming difficult to even just withstand the pain. And over your left shoulder, you again hear the voice, I can reach you just fine. And then it'll release your throat. And you hear the same clawed footsteps that you had when the dream started begin to recede.
You can reach me just fine. Why am I still alive?
It's more fun to make you suffer. Watch your friends go before you do.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably go help them. And with that, you are going to wake up from your sleep. Now, during that dream, Zara, you were taking watch. And I'd say about 45 minutes into your watch, you hear the sound of footsteps shuffling across the surface of the desert. They are coming from the north of your camp.
Okay.
They don't seem to be moving at a quick pace, but they are obviously moving in your direction.
Okay, so when that happens, I'm gonna do what I normally do. I'm gonna use wild shape and turn into a giant spider.
Okay.
And I'm going to get a bit over next to like a sand dune, and then burrow myself down.
Okay.
And just wait to see what passes by.
So you wait there and give me a perception check while you're there.
Ooh. That will be an 18.
18? Okay. You see about 75, 80 feet away from the camp, a figure approaching from the darkness, and your campfire is still lit, and it's shedding a fair bit of dim light around the area. And when that figure reaches about that distance, 75-ish feet away, you see the silhouette of a gnoll lit up, a very tall gnoll, easily 12 plus feet in height. And in its hand is a large axe that it has resting on its shoulder. And it stops at that distance from your camp and seems to be just waiting for something.
Okay. Since it's not moving, I'm gonna stand there. Well, not stand there, but I'm gonna wait there, buried underneath the sand, just keeping an eye on him.
Okay. So you wait there for probably another 5 minutes or so, and the figure of the gnoll slams its foot down into the ground, and you feel a vibration ring out from them, and it creates a ringing in your ears, your spider ears almost, and the reverberations continue, but they seem to focus in on different areas throughout the space around your camp. And you hear the shifting of sand once again, and looking around from your hidden spot, you see bones beginning to rise to the surface of the sand. Many, many piles of bones. There's at least 9, maybe 10 of them, kind of all around the area around your camp. And as soon as they rise to the top, they form into figures. And you recognize the figures that they form into as gnoll witherlings, skeletal undead versions of gnolls.
I think when I see this happen, I'm going to pretty much jump out of where I burrowed, break wild shape, and then just yell out to everybody to get up.
Okay. So we are going to go ahead, move everybody over to a map, bring up the initiative tracker. So I would like everyone to please roll me initiative.
Yo, that giant Zael though. that's the old Zael token, isn't it?
It sure is. That is the hybrid form Zael token.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get the long rest yet, right?
You did not.
Okay, just verify.
Yeah, this is what, first watch?
Yeah. That's a shitty initiative.
Just waiting to be put on the tracker.
Yep.
I switched dice for Xerix
Everybody
tonight.
set up here.
I have switched dice like 4 different times for Isa. I just can't get good rolls half the time.
I have banned my DM dice because they only roll well when I'm DMing.
Well, that's why they're DM dice.
Any other time, they're like, stick? 2. How about a 3?
I've even pulled in the dice that I used for the goat that hit really hard.
Did hit
Yes.
hard.
No, she did. And that goat rolled so many natural 20s, but I can't get to roll for Isa that way. Just means I need to buy more dice. That's what it means.
Or you go down the dark path and you start making your own.
That's a lot of work. It's a lot of sanding to get them to the finished state I like. I've done the raw dice from Kraken. It took me a long time to finish those.
It's a dark, dark path.
It is.
Oh, yes, it is.
It is.
Okay. So, Xerix and Isa, you hear Zara yell out to you guys. And Isa, this seems to coincide with the moment that you are awoken from this dream, this sleep that you're in. And Zara, give me a perception check at advantage.
22.
22? Okay. Now that you are emerged from your hiding space and in your normal form, you can get a better look at everything that's around you. And you see the tall figure, this Gnoll, resembles your matriarch, but in some sort of a feral state. You've heard stories about her ability to go into this state before, but you've never actually seen her do it. And looking around, you also see now that the bones that formed into those witherlings are all around you, and there is 10 of them. They don't seem to be taking an aggressive posture, though. They seem to just be standing and watching. And so, in fact, does the form of your matriarch, standing there, watching. And that brings us to you, Xerix.
Good. So step A is grab the axe. Actually, you know what? Okay. Make it to there, quickly look around, and do I see what I see?
What is your passive perception?
Yes. 16.
16, yes, you see what you see.
Okay. Then I will assume everything is hostile and go after that one.
Okay.
Kazara has not been known to wake us up for the comedy thereof.
Totally sounds like a Zara thing to do.
Yes, because Zara has so much of a personality.
Such a jokester.
Zara does not do humor.
You kidding? Everybody knows Zara has the most boisterous sense of humor in the group.
Yeah.
Right. Unless it involves feeding people mushrooms that make them turn into things. I don't believe it.
I mean, she jokes with us all the time about the mushroom that controls people.
True. So I'm going to start by hunter's marking the one in front of me.
Okay.
Do you want that spell coughed out again?
Nope, that's fine. I think I got it.
Well, I'm already there, so. All right, and not gonna lie, that's also for my own benefit. Attack one on it then.
Okay.
20.
Yes. Yes, that hits.
D12, D6. Do you want the hunter's mark broken out?
Nope.
Okay. 15, 18 damage on the first one.
And it crumples back into a pile of bones before you.
Alright, that means I have moved 5. Ooh, I can do the thing. Can't I?
You can do
Bonus
the thing.
action.
Oh, it's bonus action, isn't it?
It is.
I'm out of bonus actions.
Oh, yes, so you cannot do the thing.
Ranger uses bonus actions. Okay, so I was here to there to there to there to there to there to there, and we will pitch a hand axe at the other one.
Okay.
My math just broke. 15
That will hit.
and hi dice. That will be 10 damage.
Okay. Your axe connects with that one, and bones and taut flesh rips from its body, clatters to the ground. It is barely standing up, a little wobbly, but it is still standing.
Okay, and you know what? I'm going to back off to there into a defensive mode.
Okay.
And that's all I get to do.
Zara.
You know what? I think this is just the night of bad decisions.
Well,
I was talking about I made a perfectly good decision.
I'm gonna go
why
here,
not follow up a day of bad decisions with a night of bad decisions?
kind of like putting myself between Zael and the camp. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on the quarterstaff just in case my question is answered with an axe.
Okay.
And Zara's just gonna look around, noticing that the Witherlings don't really seem to be holding an aggressive posture or anything. They just seem to be watching. And she's gonna look at the big one and just call out, "What is it do you want?"
And the large figure bearing a resemblance to your matriarch looks at you with a big toothy grin, just says, "Suffering."
Suffering. Okay, I'm gonna hold my action to see what it does.
Okay.
Wait, can I hold my action since it goes off the top of the order?
Yes, because holding your action uses your reaction, so that will hold your action up until your next turn.
Okay. Like the moment, like my action's gonna be the moment she makes a movement.
Okay. That will bring us over to all of the Witherlings. Let's see. Speed of 30. Okay. this one here is going to move to there. This one here is going to move back here and begin to tear at the makeshift shelter that you guys have. Let's see. Doesn't tear right through it because I rolled minimum damage, but it's working on it. This one here is going to move to there. Actually, no, it's going to move to there. Going to start making its way inside of that shelter. This one to here. This one is going to dash. Get to here. This one is also going to dash. Get to here. As is that one to get to there. Oh, Xerax, you are not in a great spot. This one.
Not in a great spot, not wearing armor.
Dash to there. And this one.
Ah, yeah.
Dash to here.
Just kill them all before they get to attack. It's fine.
Isa,
Fine.
you're up.
So if I remember correctly, because I'm not wearing my armor, my AC is 10 plus
It is.
dex.
Yep, 10 plus dex.
I will pick up my shield to add the 2 more to that.
So you kind of come to and grab your equipment and look up out the entrance to this shelter of yours, and you just see witherlings everywhere.
And this was the second rest since I was brought back, or would have been the second rest since I was brought back. I didn't record how many points of exhaustion I have, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Yes.
So I have 3 points still.
You should be currently at a -3 to your rolls right now. And at the end of this rest, that'll go down to a -2.
Oh, that's right. That's what that note is on my thing then. Okay. Thank you. All right. So more stand up, grab my shield. There's something in front of me, so I'll more smack it.
Okay. Smack away.
We'll try this die. See if it can work better. No, you don't. That's an 11.
An 11 will not hit, unfortunately.
Didn't think so. You two are not working tonight. We're gonna hit it with our second attack. It's better. That's a 16.
A 16 will hit.
Okay, so this is my long sword. D8. So that's a total of 10 slashing.
10 slashing, okay. Good hit.
I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
I still had that. I assume. And I'm
You
going
get
to-
that back after a short rest.
Yes, but I didn't mark it off as part of what we did yesterday, so I don't think I used it.
Yeah, you still had it available.
Okay. So if I can trust my sheet, I still used it. That's a 13 for the first hit.
13 will hit.
Okay, awesome. And that's another D8. That's gonna be 11 slashing.
11 slashing. And that one crumples into a pile of bones.
Bonus action, rampage. I'm just gonna move over to hit this one. It's just south
Okay.
of them, and rampage to a hit. Why? That's an natural one. So who am I
Ooh.
biting?
Give me a D20, just straight D20 roll.
Well, that's better. That's an 18.
An 18? Okay. So in your rampaging state, hungry to feel flesh or bone between your teeth, you misjudge the distance between you and that witherling. Still a little bit groggy and disoriented from waking up to find a battle right in front of you, and you bump into one of the supporting pillars of your shelter here.
Okay.
And the shelter doesn't fall, but a stiff breeze will knock it down at this point.
All right. We're going to attempt to attack for my last attack, right? Yeah, I think I have one more for
Yep.
my action surge.
Yep.
That's a 14.
14 will hit.
I'm not rolling great.
It's okay. They don't have great AC.
Oh, I should have done a spirit, whatever. That's going to be a 9-point slashing.
9 points of damage. Okay. I mean, 9 is still a significant amount of damage against these guys.
That's true.
They are
That-
CR 1/4 creatures. So
And that's everything. Guys, that's my bonus action. Yep, that's everything.
okay. That brings us around to Zael.
I think at that moment, after I see them begin to dash in, I'm gonna use my held action to grab hold of the gem that has the air elemental in it, and I'm gonna use it to summon the air elemental in front of me.
Oh yeah, forgot about that thing. Okay. Let's hope that's in my compendium. It should be.
I forgot we had that too.
Yes. Right in front of you?
Yeah, like just 5 feet in front of me.
Okay. And let me put this in. Actually, do you control it or do I control it? I don't remember what that does. It's just like summon elemental, right?
Yeah,
Which I think gives you control over it.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
all you said it was an elemental gem. I have 2 of them. One summons a wind elemental, the other summons a water element.
Okay. So I have given you control of that guy.
Okay.
And let's see. Been so long since I've actually used the conjure elemental spell. I don't remember if it acts on its own or you have to give it the directions for it to act. Okay, you have to give it verbal commands, but it's a free action, so
Okay.
it does have its own initiative, so I will add it to the tracker. You can go ahead and roll that initiative for that guy.
Ooh, nice. Oh, he's got a good dex too. Okay. Where is he at?
$19, okay. And I will go ahead and say that your held action was used before Zael's turn. So he will go up to this spot in the initiative instead of starting at the bottom.
Okay.
So possibly your matriarch walks up to this elemental creature. And is actually just going to walk right by it. Make her way over to you directly. And she's going to attempt to grapple you.
Oh, geez, this should just be easy.
This will be a strength contest.
Oh, yeah, because Zara lifts.
Well, okay. Not straight strength. It's strength for my side of it, but you can roll acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Okay.
The number you need to beat is a 27.
I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna roll.
good
There's no
luck.
way I can beat that.
Okay.
At best, if I roll acrobatics, that's a 22. So
Okay.
yeah.
So this figure of your matriarch reaches down with one large clawed hand and just wraps it around your neck and actually lifts you up off the ground and begins to force move with you over
Zael
to-
learned about the bird box.
over to here. And your air elemental I believe, can make an opportunity attack if it wants. I think they
Okay.
can make opportunity attacks.
Yeah. Well, they would have a reaction, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. I think anything that has its own initiative
Yeah.
can make those types of attacks.
All right. So it's gonna make a slam attack.
Okay.
Does a 26 hit?
26 does hit.
All right. So that's going to be 14. I want to say no. Wait, no, it's not 14. 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
11 points of bludgeoning damage. And we're going to call that magical damage because it's coming from a magical creature.
I don't like how you
Just
say that.
makes sense.
I don't like how you
Yeah.
say that because that makes it sound like she has resistance.
Maybe.
We need
That's
magical
okay. I've
weapons,
got
guys.
stick. Stick is magic.
Yeah. Okay. Air elemental. Or turn.
Let's see. Each creature in the elemental space. Okay. I'm gonna give it the I'm gonna give it a command to attack Zael or Zael.
Okay.
And we're gonna do what a wind elemental does. It's gonna come up over to here because it can occupy somebody's space
It sure can.
and then use whirlwind.
Okay.
So she's probably gonna make the strength save anyway, you know.
Strength save. What is her strength? I mean, it's possible that she won't. 17.
DC's 13. So yeah, she'll make that. Now, am I technically in its range as well?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Um,
I'm kind of like being held out.
this figure of Zael is like holding you by the neck up and out. So
Okay.
you should be fine in that spot, unless she pulls you in at any point, in which case that might hurt.
That's fine.
That's all the air elemental can do.
Is it? Does she not take half damage if she makes the save?
No, so what it is whirlwind will fling people 20 feet up into the air.
That's right. Okay.
And then throw them a random direction.
Gotcha.
But if they take half bludgeoning damage and they aren't flung, so they still okay. Thank you for catching that. I did not read that. I can read.
Reading for
So
chumps.
that's going to be a total of 20 damage. So 10 for save.
Okay. That so I can select. And okay. Not bad. All right. Anything else from the air elemental?
That's all they can do.
Xerax, you are surrounded. Although you do notice that these witherlings still don't seem to be taking an aggressive posture. They aren't making any moves to attack you guys. It seems they are fixated on a specific location and are just trying to get there.
But I don't want to be surrounded.
Nobody wants to be surrounded.
I would like to make myself less surrounded.
Probably a good plan.
Which means I am going to Hunter's Mark the one directly above me. That was my
Okay.
bonus action. And 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
14 damage.
That one crumples into a pile of bones.
Good. Do I see the one where I put my throwing axe into it?
Yes, you do. It is this one right here.
Perfect. That one's going to be next on the chopping block, literally. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit. Can you do 1 damage?
Well, I get Colossus Strike on this one, so 15.
Maybe.
15. Okay. Knocking these guys down
I
like
roll more
dominoes.
dice than it has hit points.
Yep.
And that is all I'm going to get to do for this round.
Okay. Zara, you are currently grappled,
Mm-hmm.
but it is your turn. You can try and break free if you want.
You're funny.
The options are there if you want to take it.
Nope. Nope. That's not what I'm gonna do. Can't do that. All right. I'm gonna do the Cassius special here.
You're going to destroy the world? Why would you do that?
And I'm going to poison spray the dog in front of me.
Oh, that okay, yeah.
I mean, the world's
So
screwed
just
anyway.
like the third worst thing that he's done. Okay.
So I make a range when you see within range. Oh, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Okay. That is, ooh, that's a 1 on the die, so a total of 9 on that save.
Hey, it actually failed. So it's going to be 15 poison damage.
15 poison damage. Very nice. Out of the way, elemental.
And then I will bonus action cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. Probably a smart move.
And I will regain 7 hit points. So I'm back to max for now.
Back to max.
For now.
For now. That bring it. Oh no!
Oh, they
no,
skipped it.
Come on.
They skipped
Nope.
it. No take
They
backs.
skipped. They skipped.
take
That's
backs.
okay. I elected to skip all of your turns as well to bring us right
shit.
back around. It was just a really quick 6 seconds. Just stare down. The Witherlings, the one at the back here, is going to continue to tear away at Shelter. That's more like it. That's more like it. And the Shelter begins to collapse as it pulls and tugs at the sticks and bones and skins that it's made out of and just tears it all down. It's just a pile of rubble around you guys at this point. And then this guy over here is going to move in along with this guy here who, Xerax, you can get an opportunity attack against him if you want as he
Is he
moves out of
wounded?
your threat range.
Is he wounded?
No.
Okay. It's an important distinction.
It is.
19 to hit for 9 damage.
That will hit. 9 damage. Okay. And then this guy here is going to move around there. This guy's going to move around to what? Oh, he can make it. Okay, he's going to go around to there. This guy's going to have to dash over here. And then Iza and Xerax, you see all of the Witherlings begin to toss the rubble of your shelter to the side as they reach down and grapple the, for some reason, still sleeping form of your companion, Xena.
She just wore herself out too much in the day. Crashed hard.
Sure.
Nothing to worry
let's go
about.
with that. Let's go with that. And they grab her arms and her legs and her muzzle and her tail and begin to pull at her. But they've used all their movement and actions at this point, so that's all they can do. Iza.
Where'd that one I was hitting go?
The one you were hitting is right here.
Good. Wear him again. Oh, that's better. It's 26.
That'll hit.
Okay. Oh, we're at max damage at 12.
12. Okay. He crumples.
And then I'm going for this one next to him.
Okay.
Trip attack. 23.
23 will hit.
Alright, I'm going to need a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. 14.
Fails. He's going to be knocked prone. And he's going to take a total of plus 4 is 15 points damage.
Okay. Instead of falling prone,
He falls to
falls
pieces.
into a pile of bones.
That's fine.
That are prone.
That are prone. Let's go speak.
Technically, yes.
You
that are prone.
you have advantage
Oh.
on bones.
Yes. I can smash his bone to pieces if I want to. And then for my last killed him. I'm actually just going to take my shield and shield bash this guy up here
Okay.
for my bonus action. Which will be 23 again.
That'll hit.
Alright, and my shield's another D8. 4 is 11.
11 is the right number, as he too falls into a pile of bones. Any movement or anything on your turn?
Yeah, I'm more step on top of this guy to get here.
That brings us round to Big Boy. Big Boy is not happy. Okay. The figure of your matriarch is going to excuse me, look over in the direction of the destruction of their underlings and stomp their foot onto the ground again. Zara, just like before, you can almost see the ripples and reverberations travel across the surface of the sand as the fallen bones begin to clatter and shake as they reform into the witherlings. So many dead ones.
Yeah.
Now so many alive ones.
Does that include the one I'm standing on?
Yes, actually. Make a strength check. See which one of you gets to keep that space.
18?
18
Wait, no.
versus its
17. I can math.
Okay. 17 versus its 6. So as it reforms, you kind of just shove it into a different spot.
Get out of here.
And then the figure of Zael is going to, out of the way, Elemental, take its prize.
Hey, I'm a prize.
You are a prize.
At least someone values me.
Over to the fire.
Oh, no.
And hold your dear friend Zara above this blazing campfire. And Zara, you are going to take... Where'd my dice go? There. 9 fire damage as you feel the heat and the flames begin to lick at your feet. Your toe beans, as you will. And all of you see this happening. Like, this is no secret. Zara is visibly in pain, and you know why. And you know that she's not going to be able to last a whole lot longer above this fire. And the figure of your matriarch is looking directly at you, Xerax and Iza, as she's doing this with a big smile on her face. That brings us to the air elemental, who was actually right here.
All right. All right. So the air elemental is going to go there and is going to make 2 slam attacks.
Okay.
First one is going to whiff. Second one's going to whiff. I mean, unless Zael has a 10 AC, but
Zael does not. It's not as high as normal Zael's AC, but it's not 10.
so it's kind of balanced.
It's angry Zaels.
Anything else from the air elemental?
That's all I can do.
Okay. Xerax.
I'm going to move there. And I would like to attempt to put out the fire.
Okay.
Actually, no. You
What
know
are
what?
you doing to attempt?
Yeah, I'm going to put this out in the most Xerix way possible. I am going to basically golf swing all of the logs away.
Okay.
All the things that are on fire need to be scattered elsewhere.
Okay. You can start making those attack rolls against the campfire.
Can you hit a campfire?
Yes. 12 ace. Does a 12 hit the campfire?
A 12 does hit the campfire.
Okay.
Oh no.
I can just give the campfire HP here real quick.
Ironwood logs.
Don't put that evil out there. So the first one is going to be 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
Yep.
You do manage to smack, I'd say about a fifth of the logs
You know,
away.
the real question is, can I planar warrior the campfire?
I'm gonna say no, only because the campfire is an object, not a creature.
Okay. It was
As
worth a
fun as
check.
that would be.
Does a 10 hit?
A 10 matches.
Okay. Uh, 10 damage.
10 damage, okay. Smack a bit more of it away, and there's about a little over half of the fire. It remains in that spot.
But now there's less fire.
There is less fire.
Okay.
Anything else?
Oh god. No.
Okay. Zara, it is the top of your turn, so it's less fire now, so that's not going to be as much damage. Oh, okay. Well, I rolled better, so it's actually more damage. 10 fire damage.
Okay.
Zara.
And even though she's visibly in pain, she's gonna kind of like grin at the at Zael. You need to work on your suffering. And I'm gonna cast Druidcraft to kill the fire underneath me.
Okay. Fire goes
Works.
out.
And then I'm gonna look over to Xerix and just say, plants, thorns.
Ooh, I know what those are.
And that's all I
Okay.
can do.
That's all you can do. That brings us to the Witherlings. These guys are going to move in here. And between the 7 of them that are there, they are all going to grasp onto Xena and begin dragging her away.
It probably won't do much, but is there some way I can try to interpose my shield in between them and her?
You All you can really do is make an opportunity attack as they leave, unfortunately, because they have already grappled her.
Okay.
So they are simply dragging her at this point. So you can make that attack if you want to.
Oh heck yeah.
How upset would Kiara be if I used her as Xena as a focal point for Call Lightning?
I don't know. Depends on how much actual damage you do to her.
I mean, it is 3d10, and if you're grappled, you don't have a dex save.
I mean, she's also asleep. So
Mhm.
16 to hit,
16
whichever
will
one
hit.
it was.
It'll be against the first one that would have left your attack range.
Whichever one that is, we're going to go
Is
with
This one.
the 11 slash.
Okay. So actually, that one did not move. I'll put him there because you killed him.
Now, can 6 of them pick up Xena?
Oh yes.
Damn it.
Oh yes, they certainly can. And they are. No, they're not dashing because they had to use their actions for that. Okay. We'll just put them down here. And this one over here is going to move to here. And this one here is going to move to here. And this one here, Xerax, you can make an opportunity attack if you want as he moves to here.
Mhm.
Is he wounded?
He is not wounded, but he is the one that has your hunter's mark on him.
Okay. Does 19 hit?
19 does hit.
Almost max damage. That's 22 damage.
Okay, so he's not going to move either because you strike him down. But Iza, it looks to you as though these ones that have not grappled your companion are simply trying to get in your way.
Yeah. It's okay, I got something for that.
There's an app for that.
Let's see what you've got for that because it's your turn.
There's an axe for that. It's a difference.
Guessing my shove I can only do after I attack, so it says if I take the attack action. I can't do it before I attack, correct?
Correct.
That's what I thought. Well, we're going to smack both of them. We'll start with this one.
Okay.
That's diagonal from me. Why am I rolling that dice? I'll roll this dice. You seem to be doing decent. 21.
21 will hit.
That is 10 slashing.
10 slashing. Okay. It is still standing, but barely.
We'll hit it again.
Okay.
Hopefully. 24? No. 20. 17. Yeah, 24.
It'll hit. It'll hit.
I doubted my own math skills for no reason. Another 10 slashing.
And it drops into a pile.
We're going to rampage to bite at this one.
Okay.
And we will. My rampage does not like me.
It's not another nat 1, is it? Ooh. Okay.
I can't rampage today.
Apparently not. No rampaging first thing in the morning. Just doesn't work. You go to bite down on this one, and it manages to bring its steel club up just in time as you clamp your teeth down on that club. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
We're gonna roll the same dice, just hopefully it's out of its system. It is not. It's not a wise decision. Constitution?
Yep.
That's an 8.
8? Oof, okay.
I rolled one better on that die.
You are going to have to use your action on your next turn to do a medicine check on yourself in order to stop your teeth from breaking.
Oh, fun. There's an image for you.
Yeah.
All with no teeth.
Yeah. I saw the image of teeth breaking as I was saying it, and no.
Mm-hmm.
Any movement from you?
Fuck it, yeah. We're going to... That's only one attack opportunity, so we'll move there.
Okay. It does not make an opportunity attack against you.
Okay.
And Zael creature thing looks to you, Zara, after you instruct it to do a little bit better with its suffering, and it simply says, "The suffering is not for you." As it snaps its fingers, and that fire that you put out on your turn once again ignites, but brighter and larger than before. And you are thrust down into the fire.
Have I heard them talking about
Oh
suffering,
no,
by the
my
way?
cloak.
Oh yeah, this is not quiet. Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please, Zara.
How's a nat 1, Chief?
Ooh, and that one
Or
is
a
not
total
good.
of 4.
Ooh.
Look, I'm flammable, okay?
No, you are quite flammable as you take 17 fire damage.
Ah, still alive.
That brings us over to the air elemental.
That would be... Yes. That. Gonna get an order to ignore me and to protect, Xena.
Okay.
Let me see something. Ah, okay. And then it's gonna fly its little ghosty butt here. Like down to here.
Okay.
And it's going to use the recharged whirlwind to fling everything in its space if they don't make a strength saving throw.
Perfect time for that to recharge. Oh, maybe not perfect time for that to recharge. That's a dirty 20. I'm just roll once for all things because I'm not doing
All
one
right.
thing at a time.
So they're still going to take half of this.
Which could put them down.
So that is a total of 18. So half that.
18. Okay.
Bludgeoning.
That is almost putting them down. Actually, wasn't one of them injured? No, that was a different one. Very, very close. They're all quite shaky, but they are still standing. That brings us over to Xerax. What are you gonna do, Xerax? Help Xena or help Zara?
Plants. Muted.
Since the tent is in ruins, we're going to move there. The thing with my hunter's mark died, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It sure did.
Okay, well, we're going to hunter's mark that one. Actually, no. We'll start at the bottom one.
Okay.
Down here.
Put you over here for a second. Hunter's mark. There it is.
Not that it'll last, but that is a 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
For a total of 16 damage.
And that'll put it down.
Okay, and then next one up the line. Actually, is either of the two in front of me at all more dead than the other?
Yes, the one directly in front of you, this one here, is looking real rough.
Literally, what can I Colossus smash? Not bad. 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
For a total of 15.
15 will put it down.
Put her down.
Anything else on your turn?
Sadly, no. But they're running out of things to carry.
It's true, they are. That brings us around to Zara, who is in fire at the start of her turn. So I do need a very important Constitution save from you.
It's not that important. I'm expendable.
It is a very important Constitution save.
Okay, that's gonna be a 19 this time.
19. Okay, so that'll make it. So you'll only take half damage. Half of 8 damage. So 4.
Still-
You will take 4 fire.
Oh, okay. Ah, still up.
And it is your turn.
All right. What can I do? Well, the more I hold this thing's attention, the less of a chance it has to go after everyone else. So I'm going to use Druidcraft again to turn off the fire.
And Druidcraft put out magical fire.
It says you instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire, along with a ton of other stuff here.
Like 2 kids playing with a light switch.
Look, if Zara's good at anything, it's pissing people the fuck off.
It's fair. Let's see what the consensus on this is. I know what my ruling would be, but I want to give you a chance to survive. So
If it's a no, it's a no.
that's fair, but
Because I technically didn't take time to identify if it was magical fire or not. I think he just,
it's true.
struck a match and threw it underneath me again.
Consensus seems to be that it cannot snuff out magical fire. So you use Druidcraft on it, and nothing happens.
Alrighty. Give me a second. So what I'm gonna do is, I know if I move or anything, probably gonna get killed. So why not have one more, at least one more round being cooked? And I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself at level 3.
Okay.
So that's what, 3? It's 3d4.
I believe so. 3d4
It's
plus
a d4
your.
per level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it plus my level or spellcasting modifier?
Spellcasting modifier.
All right. Well, that gets me 14 HP.
That, may keep you alive.
Wait. I can just go here. That's
You are still grappled, though.
Oh, is he holding me in the fire?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just gonna stand. I'm just gonna defiantly cast cure spells on myself.
It's one way to keep it going. It seems to be working so far. So that will bring us to the Witherlings. Air Elemental is actually on these guys here. Though I think the whirlwind is just a one round
Yeah,
thing, right?
it's a one round thing. He pretty much just creates a whirlwind gust around me to throw things.
Gotcha. Okay. Put him back over here temporarily. This one right here, that is between Iza and Xerax, is going to let go of Xena. And it is going to point out into the desert to the southeast. And you guys are going to see wind begin to pick up about 40-ish feet away from you and whip up into a whirlwind that is obstructing view through it. And then the three that are still holding on to Xena, Iza, you can make an opportunity attack if you want as they dash towards that whirlwind.
Yeah, I'll take that opportunity.
Can the
14?
Yes,
the air elemental make one too?
it sure can.
Okay.
14 will hit.
God, this thing is failing me tonight. 13.
13 will hit.
9
Okay.
slashing.
9 slashing hurts it, but doesn't knock it down, unfortunately.
10 bludgeoning.
10 bludgeoning hurts it, but oh wait, no, that one was already injured. So yeah, actually that one does go down. That would have been.
I have a question. Any of the ones that were down already, like in bone form, when the whirlwind went up, were those bones thrown out somewhere?
Yeah, actually. Let's see. That one is probably
Yeah,
over here.
it's flung 20 feet in the air, 20 feet away from the element in a random direction and knocked prone, but they're bones.
That one will go over there.
Knock more bones prone. You like to knock bones prone.
So,
Actually, that one died post whirlwind.
Yeah, that was the one that got the second hunter's mark on it.
Yeah,
He's
was
still
the
the
up.
two
one that got
directly in
thrown
front
then.
of me actually are both.
oh, that's right.
post-whirlwind.
Okay, so it was
That's
this one.
why.
This is the problem with having like 10
So many of them.
creatures.
So many minions.
Then that
So-
one just died from the
Did it?
attack
Okay.
opportunity. I think all of them survived. I don't think any
All
of
of them survived. Then you threw some bones of pre-dead ones around. But there is still 2 that are alive and grappling onto Xena, and they are going to dash for that whirlwind. That means that you guys lose sight of them. Iza.
All right, let's make my medicine check. It's a 17.
17? Okay. You check over your pained teeth and don't seem to find any cracks or marks on them. So thankfully you did not break a tooth, but it does still hurt a lot.
Then I'm going to move here. Don't think there's anything I can do for my bonus action because everything's when I make attacks. Unless you allow me as a bonus action to try to shove some sand onto this fire.
You can, sure.
Okay.
Um,
She doesn't know it's magical, so.
yeah. You kick some sand onto it and see that the flame persists. Now you at least know that it is magical. And that brings us to the matriarch.
Zara is still like staring it down, just like refusing to take her eyes off of it.
And it turns its attention to Iza. Looks directly at you with a very knowing smile. And the flames that are surrounding Zara grow in intensity. And I need Zara and Iza both to make Constitution saves for me.
7.
Which one of you are not gonna betray me? None of them. They're all gonna betray me. Yeah, that's 10.
Oh, you both fail.
Yeah. My dice do not want to keep me alive.
Okay, it's okay. I rolled really poorly.
92.
Is this an ash I rolled poorly?
Look, when you
No,
roll,
it's a genuine poor roll. I rolled 4d8 and only got 17, so you're both gonna take 17 fire damage.
hey, I'm down. I had 16.
Ooh.
Look. When you run a level 15 campaign, you expect the I rolled low to be like 42.
Okay. Hey, and Isa, you see Zara kind of go limp in your matriarch's hands above the fire. The situation is dire. Air Elemental no longer has anyone to give it commands, so it takes a defensive posture using the dodge action. Because you do have to issue commands to it.
Is it like the other summon spells to where, like, if the caster dies, it either regains its control or it's taken away?
If
or
it
is it
was the normal conjure elemental spell,
okay.
yes. But because this was an item-based one and the item still exists, the quote-unquote concentration basically is being done by the item.
I gotcha.
So the elemental will remain there, taking defensive posture until it is either dissipated as the spell ends, or you reawaken and can give it commands again.
Okay.
Xerax.
Okay, this is gonna be fun. I'm going to move there.
Okay.
And you can take all appropriate attacks of opportunity on me for what I'm about to do.
Oh, goody.
Okay.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds, 2nd level.
Okay.
Wake me up in the fire.
Well, I mean,
I have so many.
you could do something after that.
Is
Why do
Zael sure that this suffering isn't for me?
Pretty sure. Although right now the suffering is for everybody, as the smell of burnt hair fills your nostrils.
Burnt hair and fungus.
7, 8, 10 from that one.
How tangy.
Hey. Now I assume you're healing Zara and not Isa.
Yes.
Okay, so Zara, you recover 10 HP. You wake up in fire.
Okay.
Anything else, Xerax? The Witherling did not attack you as you left his range.
Feeding someone else. No, I cannot do anything else. No, I can. I'm going to bonus action, since it's available, move my hunter's mark to Zael.
Okay, you do exactly that. Zara, you are starting your turn in fire, so I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
That's 4, Chief. I'm number 1 tonight.
Oh, Zara.
You're rolling about as good as I am half the
Yeah.
time.
6, 9, 10, 12 fire damage. Another really bad roll on
So
these
can
dice.
I get a free action before I go down? I'm just
Depending
gonna,
on the action.
I'm just
sure.
gonna yell, "Kill it," and then go
Yes,
down
you
again.
can. On the plus side, though, it's not any auto fails on the death saves because you did have HP, so you are simply unconscious.
That just depends on how much longer it plans to slow roast me over this fire.
And the one remaining Witherling that is alive in your line of vision lets out a gurgling, grotesque roar to the air. And it, along with the bones of its companions, I'm sorry, there was 2 alive, begin to shudder and shake as they sink back down into the sand. Isa, you're up.
Oh. All right, we're going to take 2. I can't do anything to help Zara, so 2 slashes at fake Zael.
Okay.
Real Zael, I don't know. I don't know nothing.
Who
I'm
knows?
guessing a 9 don't hit.
A 9 does not hit.
An 18 will.
An 18 will.
No, sorry,
yes.
not 18. 18 plus 7. Natural 18. So that's going to be 8 points slashing damage.
8 points of slashing. 1 second to check something real quick. That brings us to... Yeah, okay. That will actually do it. When you strike your matriarch with that attack, it opens up a gaping wound in her, and from it pours this thick black ichor as the rest of her body seems to change, shift, and melt into this substance. As her grip on Zara releases, the flames that Zara is in die down and dissipate. And you swear, Isa, that before the body crumbles into nothing, it flashes you one last smirk,
Just gonna kind of bare her teeth back at it.
disappears, and emerging from the muck that it turned into, you see the body of a shivering, terrified young Gnoll in its place.
Well, before anything else happens, I'm yanking Zara out of the fire.
The fire's not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
It was magical fire, and it died with its creator. But before we get to who this Gnoll is and what they're doing here, we're going to take our first break. So thank you for sticking with us, everybody. We will be back in just a few minutes.
Don't forget to do enter the December drawing for the dice set that we're giving away. Use exclamation point December, and we will be drawing that probably the second hour.
Yeah, at the end of the second break, probably.
Gotcha.
Fox is going to repost the link.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Totally.
Okay, we are back.
Welcome
No.
back,
No,
everyone.
we're not. Stop lying. I'm here
Damn
for
it.
the first time.
Damn
Back
it.
would imply
You caught me,
that I've been here
you caught
before.
me, officer. Guess I'm going to liar's jail.
I mean, wouldn't
Can't
every
lie
DM
on
be
the-
in the liar's jail?
Cannot
hey,
lie
hey.
on the internet. It's against the
DMs
law.
can't lie.
Uh-huh.
It's true. Everything we say just becomes the new rule.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. That is what it do. With great power comes the ability to abuse that power.
That's where the words, no, don't worry, you guys will be fine. You guys have this.
Followed by
Yeah.
you most certainly can try.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Or you
Tempt the-
can. What's
tempt
the
the
worst that can
gods.
happen?
Never say no, just watch them try.
Now, what's torture is the dice that Cassie ordered for my Christmas present arrived today. But I'm not allowed to open them until Christmas.
Oh,
Ouch.
I understand that pain. I sent my dad a list of dice that I want for Christmas, and he sends me a message. He goes, "I need one more to get the free item."
Nice.
So I'm
Well, I
like,
have
all
a
right, here's
question.
another one.
Question. Is it just me or do those like dice look like the color of like sparkling grapefruits?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Grapefruit dice.
They're beautiful. If I had thought about it, I would have grabbed my set out of my box over there to show on stream, but I didn't. But speaking of those dice, the raffle is open for everybody to enter. All you have to do is type !Dicember in the chat. That will get you entered into it, and we will be drawing a winner here probably at the end of our second break. So, you guys have more or less dealt with the situation that presented itself in your camp. A rather injured looking Zara is there where the fire used to be,
It's fine.
and as the goop that was that figure of your matriarch settles into the sand, laying in its place is little pup of a Gnoll, looking quite scared and quite injured. Shadowfox, your character, as I mentioned to you, the last thing that you recall is going to sleep safe and sound back in the settlement, and then suddenly waking up here abruptly, looking at these people staring down at you, and your body aches all over, and you are exhausted as though you haven't slept in a week, and you have no idea what's going on.
Yixis will hold his head and just start rocking back and forth. Ow, 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 ow. Who are you? Why am I here?
I'm just gonna look back at Xerix. Can you fix her and point at Zara? I'll look down at Pup and be like, "Why are you here?"
Right. Zara's not doing great, is she?
No, she's not. I mean, you
Okay.
could just leave her and she'll get her long rest after 8 hours.
Got better.
I still have to make death saves.
Oh, that's right, you do. Why don't you go ahead and give me one of those?
Just so you don't have to make many more of them.
Yeah, a heal would be nice because that's another one.
Ooh,
Well,
that's
you get
2 fails.
you get the absolute minimum back. You get 4 hit points.
Okay.
That's better than death saves. He's not rolling well right now.
Yeah, I don't trust my dice because nothing can roll above a 1 right now.
And
So you get 4 hit points back.
as you suddenly gasp in that breath of life, you see on the ground near you, scurrying to his feet, it looks like a little pup that you don't recognize.
No, not to my feet. I'm just scooching back, and
Just scooching back. Okay.
in the time it took to cast Cure Wounds, I cast Summon Fae and Trixie, and it's going to drop a 5-foot radius of darkness right on top of me.
What is that?
The better question I have is, does my hunter's mark carry over?
You're muted.
You are muted, Vox.
Because I wasn't expecting that question. Yeah, if you want to use a bonus action to move it to someone, I mean, you
Well,
can concentrate
Zael-
on that for up to an
The
hour.
the large
darkness
Zael
gone
was
off first?
technically marked, which is why I'm asking
Yes.
if it transferred.
The pup currently does not have it on them.
Okay, then I would not have the hunter's mark on them. Okay.
Okay, and as you ponder that thought, a orb of darkness surrounds this new addition, and but contrary to what you're used to seeing with globes of darkness, this one seems to be localized to just the immediate area around the pup.
Isa's gonna call out. Are you from Rift's Cast or Dagger Tree?
Take it by the settlement you went risk cast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you could answer that question with yes, and it would technically be correct.
I'm from risk cast.
Zara's
Who
gonna.
should I?
Go ahead.
She's gonna say, who should I contact to let them know we have you?
We're not a retrieval service.
No, but someone should know that their pup went missing.
We have more important things to deal with.
It's just a sending spell which comes from this amulet.
It got out here. It can get back.
Notify the matriarch.
Mm-hmm. I'll sit down and I'll send a message to the matriarch.
Not using her bird box.
Yeah.
Nope.
Doot.
I'll look.
Oh.
I'll look in the direction of I last saw the pup and be like, "What's your name?"
I'm Yixis.
Yixis. All right. So I'll cast a message to the matriarch.
The more important question is, where did they take Xena to?
That is an important question. But currently, Isa,
Mm-hmm.
you've got 25 words. Use them wisely.
The question is, would she assume that Zael would know who she is? Probably not. She'll probably start off. This is Isa. A pup appeared in front of us named Yixis. What should we do with him?
Okay.
I'm short still, so we're good.
So the response is not immediate. But after a few seconds, you hear in your mind the voice of your matriarch. You woke me up at this hour to tell me you found a pup. What makes you think I would care? That's all you hear.
How many times does that amulet work a day?
I believe it was only once,
Yes.
unless I said otherwise.
You said in the That's the. Sending stone, sending. Oh, there it is. Right. All right. Well, I can't say anything back, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
Surprisingly, Zael, not really a morning person. Perhaps not surprising.
Would have guessed.
Throws her mate into the wall because noise happened. So, Zara, is there any like visible look on Isa's face after she gets the response from Zael?
I don't know, Isa. How do you react to the matriarch angrily yelling in your head?
There's probably a visible like wincing, and then the looking at the amulet like, does this work a second time?
She didn't. She didn't like it, did she? Zara's just gonna snap her fingers and use Druidcraft to light the campfire again, and then she's gonna take that what's left of that robe after her dip in the fire and just toss the remains of it in there.
Yeah, there wasn't too much left of it.
I'm going to go retrieve some of the logs that are now scattered everywhere.
Yep.
Okay.
No point in trying to hide, a disfigured body when the thing you use to hide is cinder.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take a few minutes and try to reassemble something that resembles our shelter.
When she does,
Okay.
how big is this globe of darkness?
It is just on the square that Yixis is on.
And
so
you
notice
every 6 or so seconds it goes away and comes back.
You don't have to hide. By the way, you're doing a horrible job of it.
You all look pretty angry, and I don't know how I got here.
I can tell you hiding in a ball isn't going to save you. If we wanted you dead, you'd be dead already.
Speaking of, does anyone have any clue where they took Xena?
This one probably does.
Who?
Is the orb still up?
It stopped.
How did you come from that beast?
What beast? Remember I asked you how I got here.
The ones that summoned the witherlings and walked off with our friend.
There's witherlings around.
Not now.
I'm gonna roll an insight check on this.
The darkness starts appearing again.
I want to roll an insight check on this.
Okay.
Good luck. Yep.
Proceed.
Y'all can roll insight checks.
No, I can't.
No, we can't.
Every single one of you can.
I rolled a 1.
A 1. And with a 1, this seems like a genuinely scared and confused young pup.
Total of 5, so.
So you said the darkness is off of them now? Right?
I think at the mention of witherlings,
witherlings it started popping up again, but it only lasts 6 seconds and then it has to be repop.
Kid,
Yep.
how old are you?
I don't think I ever worked that one out.
I think we did work that out, but we worked it out like 8 weeks ago
Yeah.
because I couldn't remember either. I just remember like the youngest of the group. That's pretty much it.
Like
if you guys had a group of friends, this would be the one that barely made the cut on the young side.
he's like the kid brother to one of the friends.
Kind of, yeah.
So
Well-
so is it like youngest wise as he's just barely crossed over into what would be considered maturity?
Yeah, he's young enough that A, he still has to ask permission to leave the settlement, and B, usually the response to that asking of permission is no.
Does he look injured?
He looks tired, physically exhausted, like he's just been to hell and back and somehow ended up here. There isn't any open wounds or anything on him, but I mean, you don't necessarily have to have wounds to have been beaten.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry and offer him a mushroom.
Painted mushrooms.
I'm probably gonna walk over to where Zara is and take one of the mushrooms and eat it, more to show him that it's okay.
Don't worry, it only rots the brain of our enemies.
17 nature check.
You recognize this as a magical craft that druids often do. You've seen it take various forms before. Haven't seen it take the form of a mushroom before, but I mean, anything's possible. And you did just see Isa eat one, and she's not dead yet, so.
Oh, I get a hit point back from that, don't I?
Yes, you get 1 hit point back.
I'll take it.
Off of the same roll, do I know much about indigenous mushrooms?
Yeah. You know that there really aren't any.
Do I know about indigenous mushrooms in surrounding areas?
You know that there's plenty of mushrooms and fungi that grow in the forests and the mountains that surround the desert. You also know that there is a small sect of shamans and druids within the Rites Cast settlement that grows mushrooms.
So I'll very sheepishly take the mushroom and pop it in my mouth, and as I'm eating it, I'll read off whatever nonsense I do know about mushrooms, and end it with, there's a group of shamans that likes to use mushrooms in rites cast, and actually you're probably one of those, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
While they're talking, Isa's gonna not so snuggly sniff him. See if he smells like anything strange after coming out of the ichor.
So
Okay.
as he's saying all this, he's doing one of these.
Doing the lean. Every inch that she gets closer, you get an inch further away. And as you're leading in, trying to get a good smell of this new addition, Isa, you hear in your head, "Did you say Yixis?" And you know you can respond to that message.
Yes, a form that looked like you, but bigger. Dropped him off in goo.
Descriptive.
She does not know magic. She doesn't know how to explain this.
Not we got into a fight with it. Not one of us have been
No.
taken. Oh, it just dropped him off in goo.
Not we tried to attack you, your form.
No, she's not gonna say that to the matriarch.
You almost cooked the druid. Nah, dropped off in
She'll
goo.
probably tag on at the end that Xena's been taken by said forms minions.
Witherlings.
Witherlings, yes, that's the.
You've heard Xerix use the term.
Yep.
Yes, and witherlings are not really that foreign to any of you either. Though not in as much use as they used to be, every once in a while, Flynn's and shamans of Rites Cast will bring forth witherlings to assist them with a task. But eventually you hear back the voice of your matriarch. "The details don't matter to me, but what does matter to me is that you make sure that pup doesn't get a single scrape on him,
Oh, great.
or we're all in trouble."
Her ears are probably gonna flatten down. She's still trying to sniff him though. Now you're more curious.
And he smells like a gnoll. Every gnoll has their own distinct scent, but Doesn't smell off. He doesn't smell strange. There's no lingering odor from whatever creature that was that you guys faced. He smells like a young pup.
Does he smell familiar at all too?
Yeah, I mean, he has the familiar scent of the settlement on him. And the scent lingers and is stronger than it is on the rest of you. So he obviously hasn't been out in the desert as long as you guys have.
After she's done sniffing him, she'll look up at the others. Still not moving her head away from him, though. She's just going to turn her head and look up and be like, Zael says not to let a scratch get on him, otherwise we're all in trouble. Big trouble?
Who are you important to back home?
Really, the matriarch said that. Usually she just kind of ignores me.
But somebody back home must have some importance for you, if even the matriarch is worried.
Did the matriarch say we weren't allowed to make him do work though?
Said not a scratch. It sounded like a royal we, not a we as in us. We as in everyone.
So I guess we take it with us.
I guess so. At that point, he's just going to finally back up.
I don't really know about that. Where are you going?
First, we're going to get our friend back due to your antics.
And we might go south. We might go deal with the dragon. We might go do many things.
Actually, that's a good point. Remind me in the morning to look into the future.
Wait, look into the future?
Oh, I can
see.
A
long story.
I can see many things into the future.
Zara, give me a history check as you talk about looking into the future.
Oh yeah, now I get the nat 20. Not when I'm trying to, save people's lives or my own.
I mean, this might save someone's life.
Hold on, because I don't think my history is good. So it'll be a 21.
21? Okay. As you're talking about these newfound abilities of yours, you think back to the vision that was shown to you when you asked the monk your question. And you recall seeing your group in many different instances all at once. And in some of those instances, you saw different people, different gnolls with your group. And one of those gnolls, now that you're looking and thinking about it, was this young pup right here. So at least in one other possibility, this pup has traveled with you.
And I look back to Xerix and over to Iza. He's supposed to be with us. Well, one path anyway.
I'm going back to sleep. She's going to crawl back into the now propped up by Xerix's tent. She doesn't care.
Yeah, give me a survival roll on that repair job there, Xerix.
Sure. Dirty 20.
It's almost as if it was never knocked down to begin with.
I'm just going to crawl inside and go to sleep.
What's your name?
Well, as this repair job is going on, Yixis is going around just trying to find out information and asking the same questions he's been asking and asking more questions too. I'm not gonna prattle it all off, but you get the picture.
Annoying little kid.
Anytime he hears something off in the darkness, the little globule will plop down the darkness on him again.
Will you stop doing that? That doesn't do anything.
Unwanted attention.
What he said. If anything, it just points out where you're at.
There's things out here that like to seek out magic.
Beetles that will tear you limb from limb to get at the magical essence in your body.
And at that, he'll probably quickly duck into the tent, and the little globule will dissipate, and you'll see him tuck a book underneath his cloak.
At least it feels somewhat safe in here, like ducking down underneath the blankets when you think there's a monster in the closet.
Seems somewhat skittish for someone important to the matriarch.
Rather young, too.
Obviously not a warrior like the matriarch.
Do you think
with that
he's
temperament?
Do you think he's maybe one of her children?
Isa's gonna poke her head back out of the tent at their music, be like, "It was a royal we, not a matriarch we."
Looks in the tent. I think it's too old to be one of the matriarchs.
No, I'm not one of her pups. I'm friends with her daughter. I don't know.
Whose are you?
No one that's around anymore.
That wasn't my question.
Very grumpy Gnolls, aren't we?
Who do you stay
Xerix
with?
also took a charisma hit.
My charisma is 7, so
My charisma is my dump stat, so we are very.
I think everyone
We
other
lack
than
tact.
everyone other than Xena has charisma as their dump.
Yep, mine's a whole 7.
Yep.
So subtlety of a brick here.
Yeah, Zara's gonna, since Zara's watch is over, she's gonna walk into the tent and she's gonna sit next to the pup. Who do you stay with then?
I don't know. I didn't think I had to develop that much. Is there a library?
Do you have any friends?
I mean, there's probably a tent that you stash books in. I'm not sure I'd call it a library, and you're probably the only one that uses it.
All the other Gnolls can't read.
So I will say I stay at the library.
We
have a library?
library.
When did we get a library?
We don't have one.
I kind of made it.
So you're a librarian.
Sure.
That explains the timid demeanor.
Oh no, that was there a long time ago.
You still haven't answered my question. Whose were you?
I'll prattle off some names.
So you're telling me that because you are her daughter's friend, you are something of importance?
I mean, it's the first I've ever heard of it.
Just means we can't use him as bait to get Xena back.
But we can still use him as bait. We just don't need to. We just have to make sure he's not hurt.
I gotta say that doesn't sound like a really good idea.
Well, then,
least-
if you don't like the idea of that, please answer the next questions truthfully. What is the last thing, the absolute last thing you remember?
I fell asleep in my bed at Risk Cast.
And all of a sudden you just appear here?
Yeah, and you all looked really angry with me.
You weren't reading a book, were you?
No. I mean, I was before bed, but it wasn't anything special. I've probably read it like 253 times.
Well, I didn't summon a random demon.
Fox, you said that Zara had heard about this previously, about like the beast form and whatnot that Zael has taken.
Yes. You have heard more or less in passing that the matriarch has the ability to change herself into a more feral and primal version of the Gnolls, and that it's rumored that this came about by some kind of concoction that her and her mate developed some time ago.
Oh, okay. So it's the potion. It's not. It's the blood hunter stuff, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the blood hunter hybrid transformation, which was brought on by the.
Okay, that's the complete opposite. I thought you were talking about when she carved the summoning ritual into her flesh and everything.
That has to do with some other rumors that may come up.
You still haven't told me your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had. It's Yixis.
Yixis.
Yeah,
You're a librarian.
sure.
And you fell asleep and just woke up here.
Yeah.
Normally I would say you're lying, but with the weird stuff we've seen in this desert,
We've heard, stranger.
I wouldn't discount it. Well, Yixis, you're stuck with us. Or we're stuck with you.
Well, I don't know. I don't really like this. I was supposed to be in bed.
Well, you are now.
What do you bring in terms of combat?
I know some magic.
Like a shaman? A druid?
Kind of, but different.
Explain.
Well, I read a lot of books, and I have my book, and it's got spells in it.
Dog is trying to process this. Do you mean like what Master Yith does, or are you talking about what the Arcastans do?
How would I answer that?
It's more in line with what the Arcastans do. That's where you've acquired most of your spells, is from Arcastan writings that have been salvaged from the desert that, normally the scavengers of the settlement go, well, book, I don't care about this, and toss it to the side. And then you get that book and read through it and go, oh, there's a spell in here. So it is much more in line with Arcastan wizardry.
Oh no.
Demons for better living.
We have a Gnoll Arcastan mage on our hands.
Oh shit! This is after we've been harassed by our constructs.
I mean, I guess the books came from Arcastus, but the magic is like it predates that by quite a bit. Like several centuries, and a lot of that comes from the Fae and the High Elves.
So what you're telling me is you can wield the magic of our longtime enemies.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think you were really listening to the full explanation. It's not just theirs. It goes back a lot longer than that. They kind of use it from, okay, you're not interested.
Oh no, I am very interested.
I think at this
Xerix is going to take up watch at this point.
And Isa's going to pop her eye open and look at the two keeping her up, be like, it is the middle of the night. Carry on this conversation in the morning.
Madbird Streams, thank you for that raid.
Careful, she gets murdery if you keep her awake.
Isa, this is important.
And it will survive and it will last until morning. It can be important in the morning.
You can sleep. You sleep next to Xena all the time.
She's not that bad.
I'm going to pretend
face a couple times.
I'm going to pretend you just had a memory lapse.
Sorry, Kiara, if you're watching. But Xena now sleeps horribly.
Well, here are some ground rules, Arcastan Mage. You don't leave our sites. You don't leave camp without an escort. And if there's a fight, you are expected to hold your own.
Okay. But again, not actually Caston. You may have missed it. Gnoll.
Furry Arcastan.
He's just going to look very defeated right now.
Poor kid doesn't know he's being teased.
Poor kid, the only person who actually might have been nice to him is now gone.
Oh,
Okay.
you look exhausted. Get some sleep. God, I need sleep too.
Yeah,
You look
you're
a
all
tad
pretty tired.
singed.
Oh, just a tad. I didn't spend 4 rounds in a fire.
No, you don't have less than 4. You don't only have 4 HP.
You also smell a tad singed.
Yeah, well.
You also might need to make some water for yourself to wash away the burnt fur smell in the morning.
And the burnt fur itself. Wait, do we have a bald Gnoll on our hands?
Not bald, because that's weird. But
I was kind of
Very-
hoping.
very, very singed. Her fur at this point, with its burnt curled ends, is probably only like half an inch long.
Oh, so a buzz cut.
Hey, the PC term here is hypoallergenic.
Hypoallergenic.
Sure,
I'm a
let's go with that.
hypoallergenic Gnoll.
I'm not sure that's. You know what? Whatever.
No fur, no
Sure.
dandruff.
Hey, it just makes it easier to take care of, right?
Sure.
Well, maybe after you comb out all the singed ends.
Eh,
And that is not an easy task, let me tell you. My dog stuck his tail on the wood stove the other day.
oh, God.
That was a job combing that out.
Why come out? Just cut it off. Just at that point, cut it off.
I mean,
So
the mushroom stuff is now visible too.
Yeah.
So you can see kind of like what Isa has on her arm, like in random spots on her body. She has the same thing.
Do I have the mushrooms on my arm yet?
they were there briefly when you were injured, and they kind of grew in the spot of the injury, but they have since fallen off.
Oh, okay.
So it sounds like Xerax, you are taking up what at this point would be third watch.
Okay.
Enough time has passed that you are all awake and having conversation during second watch.
Relaxing conversation.
Relaxing conversation.
Trying to sleep.
Not
conversation.
relaxed. Not relaxed.
I think at some point while Isa's falling asleep, she probably would scooch over and like bump up against Yixis. Kind of in the comforting way dogs will bump up against each other when they sleep.
Okay.
She's asleep. She doesn't notice me scoot slightly away.
What was first watch done on? Survival, perception?
I have that written down. It was done on survival.
Okay.
Look at me being a real DM.
You know what? Since
You have
since
something
Xena
written down?
isn't here to do it, I'm doing this watch on athletics.
Okay.
I'm going to do the Xena-esque laps of the camp, keeping a firm eye on everything around it.
Okay.
Dice, why do you hate me? 13.
13. I'll follow that up with a percentile roll, if you would.
Well, I'm glad that we've had a restful night. That's a 3.
Cena is going to murder someone over not getting sleep.
I'm sorry, what was that?
3.
Ixis is a flea landing on him away from death.
So is Zara.
So a 13 and a 3.
3.
3.
Like to call for DM mercy.
I think
I'm just wondering
my
how many of us are
dice
gonna make
in
your character.
general just hate this character for percentiles.
The words DM and mercy are not a thing.
Isn't that what the M and DM stands for? Mercy?
No, the M stands for massacre.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Okay. You're doing your laps around the camp, and all is quiet and calm for the majority of your watch. As it approaches the end, you hear, coming from the south, the sound of a pair of massive beating wings traveling through the sky.
Oh,
No.
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
It does sound like it's still a fair way off, but whatever this creature is obviously colossal in size if you can hear it from this far away. It does seem to be headed in your direction.
Can I see anything on the horizon?
Not currently, because it is middle of the night. It is very dark out.
That's fair.
It is overcast, so there is no real light from the moon or stars.
Overcast
can-
in a desert.
Really just see what your fire is lighting up around you, and then your 60 feet of dark vision out from that.
Well, yeah. Going to take minor shelter inside the tent and kind of keep an eye on the sky from there.
Okay. So you scurry into the opening of the tent, hoping to gain at least a bit of cover from whatever this creature is. And the sound of those beating wings gets louder and louder as it approaches. And give me a perception check, if you would.
The colossal bat, isn't it? That's what we're dealing with. That's substantially better. That's 15.
15? Okay. So after about 15 minutes or so of just hoping to whatever God will listen that this creature doesn't spot you guys or your camp, you notice a very, very faint silhouette up in the sky. The creature has long bat-like wings and a long neck with a horned head on its front, followed by a long spiked tail behind it. You know the silhouette of a dragon when you see one. And
Dana's going to be so disappointed.
It flies past your camp at first. After flying past you guys and the sound of the beating wings getting quieter, they begin to pick up in volume again as this creature has turned around and doubled back. And you catch sight once again of the silhouette high up in the sky as it begins to do circles right above your camp. It's hundreds of feet up, so I mean, maybe you don't have anything to worry about. You can only just barely see the silhouette because of the faint moonlight lighting up the clouds in the sky.
The better question is, do I notice the literally vibrating Gnoll in the tent?
I would say yes with your passive perception. Yes.
Xerx just reaches out one hand and just clamp around the snout.
And the clattering of teeth stops.
Don't move. Don't breathe. And for the love of everything, don't use magic at all.
Are we awake at this point, or?
You weren't woken up,
Okay.
but you can give me a perception roll to see if what Xerx just said wakes you up. Because I feel like you'd all be pretty
15.
tense still, so maybe not as deep of a sleep as normal.
Like a 6.
I
I'm
got-
exhausted.
I got a
Okay,
15.
DC was 14, so Iza's still asleep, but Zara, you wake up to catch like the last half of what Xerx just said.
What are you saying?
There is a dragon, a large one overhead, about 100 feet up. Don't move. Don't use magic. Don't even look at it.
No. Maybe it was a blessing when Xena was taken. You would have ran out and challenged that thing.
You have a point. As you see me still, one hand firmly clamped around.
Okay, so I am going to need.
There is
He's-
a Gnoll whose muzzle is clamped shut and eyes just screaming.
Perfect. Well, I'm gonna need a stealth roll from the three of you that are awake. This is a group roll, and Iza automatically fails because she's asleep.
Sounds right.
This is not going to go well. 4. At least I'm not at disadvantage because I'm not wearing my armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So, got a 4 from Xerx. I'm gonna guess a 1 from Zara, but Zara, what did you get?
You would guess correct. I got a total of 3.
Okay,
Oh boy.
Ixis.
Do I have it? Oh my god, I have stealth.
You do have stealth because you are proficient with a lot of things.
30-20.
Okay, so 1 success. You guys are hunkered down in your tent, hoping, just hoping, that maybe this dragon is circling something else. Something else has its attention. Maybe you got lucky. It didn't even see your camp. But wait a minute. You guys have a lit fire in the middle of a dark desert. Of course it saw your camp.
Oops.
Sitting here the whole time going, "Goo, goo, put out the fire, goo."
I was thinking that too the entire time.
I mean,
but
if somebody told Zara, Zara could have just used Druidcraft and snuffed the fire out, but
I was
And-
more concerned with the please don't cast a little globe of darkness. Please don't do it.
As you're all huddled up in this tent, now looking at the fire like, oh shit, there is a thunderous noise to the east of your tent, about 40 feet away. And as the noise settles and the vibrations through the ground settle, you realize you don't hear the flapping of wings anymore.
Nope.
Perhaps because this creature isn't flying anymore.
we haven't healed,
And-
have we?
No,
Nope.
no, you have
No.
not.
Hey, I'm a 4 hit point snack.
Mhm.
And there is the sound of slow, deliberate footsteps from a very large creature that approaches the center of your camp. And as you're all looking out towards the fire, you see just the tip of a scaled nose come into your view as this creature blows out your campfire. And it goes dark. And as your eyes struggle to adjust for a moment, when they finally do, you see the full face of this sandy-colored, scaled dragon looking directly inside of your tent, looking directly at each one of you. Its long, bony horns protruding from the top of its head, sweeping back. Its eyes narrow.
Isa still asleep with her very low perception check she rolled.
Roll another one for me.
See if this dice can roll above a 2. That's a natural 1, so no. No, I'm passed out.
Yeah, you're
Canonically,
You're
a very
passed
deep
out.
sleeper. Jesus.
Yeah.
She was tired. She did just die recently.
got a lot on your mind. It's stressful.
I will prostrate myself in front of it.
Did you wee a little? Like what tiny dogs do when they're scared?
I mean, you said it's sniffing the tent, but it might think that it's an outhouse right about now.
It's fair. So this dragon, this very, very large dragon, is now just there, looking directly in the tent at all of you, waiting to see what you do.
More asleep.
We're going to look over to Xerix. Well, Soul Bear RPG, thank you for that raid.
I wasn't joking, by the way. I prostrated myself in front of this thing.
That's a fair reaction.
Zara's going to stand up.
Okay.
And I think, just like in a very Zael-like manner, just look at it. Can we help you?
There's that low charisma dump stat.
I've got 4 hit points in a level 1 spell and a level 2 spell and a level 3 spell. I'm not really, in a prime fighting mood here. Oh, and I've got 4 hit points. Did I mention that? Oh, and I smell like cooked meat, so
I mean,
So-
singed hair as well, which is gross. So it's 2 opposing smells.
The dragon seems to ponder this reaction for a moment. And then you see it fill its massive lungs as it takes a deep breath and then exhales directly at you, blowing your shelter completely off of you guys and to bits as it scatters around the area.
Done.
And now that you can see this dragon in its glory, anyone that's looking at it can give me a nature check.
Love to.
I'm a druid. I should have nature, right?
Well, you'd think.
It's going to be a dirty 20.
Yeah, that instat. That's a 19.
22.
In my sleep, can I roll over, grab the prostrated Gnoll, not knowing he's prostrated, and pull him closer as this gust of wind makes me cold?
I don't see why not.
Now using the kid as a blanket.
There's gonna be a little barely audible yelp.
As I continue to sleep.
So all of you did meet the DC. You all recognize that this dragon is a sand dragon, but judging by its size and the deep coloration of its scales, this is likely an elder sand dragon.
Was that necessary?
You're in my land. Do pay me tribute. And it holds out its hand.
Tribute. And what does
That-
a dragon take as tribute? I apologize. I've never come across one of your kind before.
What do all dragons desire?
As far as I know, usually small, shiny things.
That or a late snack.
Tempted to offer the kid.
Oh,
Well,
Question.
your magic. So.
Did Xena leave her bags behind when she was drug off?
I imagine that she, after having her stuff stolen, she uses her bag as like a pillow.
Mhm.
So I'm going to say her bag went with her.
Damn it.
Just so I don't just like start stealing all of Kiara's stuff when she's not here to defend herself.
Just small gold balls in there.
Well, there's one.
Zara's gonna groan. None of the visions showed you. You're new.
No, I'm old.
That could also be
Fox.
why.
Why am I asleep?
is everything in my inventory basically components?
Most things in your inventory are components. The diamond, incense, pearl, gold dust, and gilded flower are all components necessary for certain spells.
Dagger Tree is not Dagger Tree, but Zael in general has been having territorial disputes with the Sand Dragons, hasn't she?
Yes. After the initial incident of Xena trying to provoke the dragons into a fight that were way, way off in the distance, you recall a conversation about Zael currently trying to settle territorial disputes with sand dragons.
Settle in a diplomatic matter or in a my axe is now named diplomacy?
Diplomatic comes first, but I mean, gnolls are very egotistical creatures. Dragons are very egotistical creatures. They don't really mesh very well when it comes to diplomacy, so there have been some scuffles between them, and that's why tension is very high at the moment.
Well, I doubt any of us have anything to sate your desire of shiny things.
That's not entirely true.
Do we have shiny things?
You may remember we have rubies from that bag that got the gems for the elementals.
Give it to the dragon.
And
I'm asleep.
Oh,
you guys will hear quite unexpectedly kind of a deep flowing guttural voice come from Yixis as he speaks to the dragon in Draconic. And he'll say, Master of the land, I only joined these tonight. I will see what we have to offer as tribute if you give us but a moment.
I thought he was going to sell us
Xerix
out.
kind of swings his head around, looks at Yixis. What now?
And
Well, we gotta give him something, otherwise he's gonna eat us, guys.
the dragon kind of cocks an eyebrow at you a bit, perhaps not expecting this little gnoll to speak its ancient tongue, and it gives you a bit of a subtle nod and pulls its head back a bit, giving you but a moment.
I'll reach into my bag and grab a platinum coin. It's really the only thing I have that I don't really need.
On the note of that coin, because I never actually told you what it is,
Oh.
it is just a platinum coin.
Okay.
but it was a gift from Zayla.
Oh, that's harsh.
Mm-hmm.
I have something shiny that should save the dragon. Also noticing that
So when
He's-
he pulls it out, it's going to be like sad puppy ears, like don't want to give this away.
no, we have other things. Also, Isa. And I reach over and smack her on the forehead.
She's gonna wake up snarling.
Yeah, you wake up, perhaps snarling at first, and then you realize, oh, wait a minute, our tent's gone. Oh, wait a minute, there's a giant dragon.
What's happening?
Do we still have a few of those gems from our little expedition?
She's gonna reach into her bag and she's gonna pull out the 2 rubies and the red corundum. This is what we have left.
Uh-oh. That's a frozen fox scammer.
Huh?
Is it?
Which?
No,
Oh,
Nope.
yeah.
No.
no.
Oh,
Zoom.
is Raven breaking?
I think
Raven's breaking.
I think Raven's breaking.
No.
I mean, we can see and hear you fine, Raven, but
He's moving
apparently
just
you
fine,
can't
but
see us fine.
Fox is moving just fine, so
Internet, please don't. Don't do it. Okay, everything's fine now.
Thank God.
Don't make me.
and she'll offer them towards you. I guess this is what we got left.
And I'll hold those out in front of me.
And whatever she gave, because she gave I think I gave everyone some.
Yep. And I'll casually pick a sapphire out of my bag and add it to the little stack.
I gave it to people based on their colors.
Yep.
So
And that color is going to.
So I'll hold out my paws.
Yes.
You're here by accident.
Can you talk to it in its tongue?
We don't need to.
We don't need to. And why do you have one of those?
They tend to respect you a little bit more if you can.
No, they don't.
Either way, would this satisfy us not being a meal, snack?
So there was the gems that Isa pulled out. There was, I think you said, a sapphire that you pulled out
There's
there.
a sapphire, a pair of rubies.
Yeah, I
pair
had
of
2
rubies
rubies, so I will
and
put them
a
up.
red corundum.
Yep.
And then Yixis, you are holding out the platinum coin.
I'm trying not to.
Holding up
Okay.
hands with the coin hidden
So-
behind.
The dragon will lean in towards Xerax and take a long sniff of the air at your held out hands, and his tongue will shoot out from his mouth and he will lick the gems right up out of your hands and swallow them. Then he'll look at you and then point 2 clawed fingers to you, Xerax, and 1 to Isa. 2 have paid tribute. Then he'll turn his attention to Yixis, who he saw pull something out of his pocket but didn't see what it was.
Sorry. In case you don't have it written down, Rojan, Zara did get a gem too.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay. Just want to make sure you had it written down.
Yixis will very sheepishly have his ears down and head down. He's not looking at the dragon, but he'll put out the 1 platinum coin in his paw. It's all I really have.
And before you can even finish that sentence, you feel the wet, slightly slimy tongue of the dragon lap across your hand and scoop up that platinum coin. And then he turns to look at Zara.
Tear absorbs into the fur before it can be seen.
He's gonna stand there and stare at it.
Where is your tribute, burnt one?
Tribute. For what? Why must
For
we,
me.
Why must we pay tribute on our land?
Your land.
As decreed by the Matriarch, this is our land.
You are nothing more than ants beneath our feet. You will do as we dictate.
We've already denied a demon lord. What are you?
Everyone sees the dragon at this point. Pull its head back. Open its wide maw. And thrust its mouth forward towards Zara.
This is pretty close quarters, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
Can I reach out and grab my shield as a reaction and impose disadvantage?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
But what you can do, all of you, is give me a dexterity saving throw.
Me too?
Yep. Unless you choose not to.
The one thing I think would be useful for this, I can only cast on myself.
You see, because Zara is your traditional, like, in this sense, that prideful, stupid ass Gnoll who would try her best to be what the Matriarch would expect of people. Give me a moment. She's gonna stand her ground.
I was waiting for him to finish, but I was going to ask either way. If Iza is successful, can she actually shove herself in between Zara and the dragon? Rather than dodge away?
You can choose to fail the save, and instead of using that movement to leap out of the way, to instead sidestep in front of Zara.
That is what Iza would do.
I would hope Iza would pick up on the signs that Zara is.
Nope, doesn't matter. She would do it anyway.
For reference, the maw of this dragon could probably hold about 3 of you in it.
She would still do it. She would actually probably attempt to shove Iza or Zara out of the way if she could, but I doubt she has enough time to react to that.
No. So, Xerix, what did you roll on your dex save?
I rolled a 15.
Okay. Ixis, what did you roll on your dex save?
Rolled an 18.
Okay. It's not too bad. DC on that was 14, so both of you succeeded.
If you say half damage, I'm still dead.
No. This was an all or nothing scenario. So 2 of you dodge out of the way as the maw of this dragon slams down into the ground where you guys were standing. And when it pulls its head back up, Zara and Iza are no longer where they were. The 2 of you are currently restrained inside of its mouth.
Okay. As a reaction, can I cast Thunderwave?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Thunderwave inside of its mouth.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to chomp down on whatever's restraining us.
Its tongue against the roof of its mouth.
Yep, I'm going to chomp down on the tongue.
Okay. Well,
because we smart puppies.
are going to have to make a Constitution save. So the dragon and Isa will need to make Constitution saves against your Thunder Wave.
It's not bad. That's a 18.
Okay, and the dragon rolled a 30.
Jesus Christ.
It's a dragon.
It's
Did
an
say
elder.
it was an elder
It's
dragon.
an elder. Like the whole reason why
Yup.
she was
Yeah.
doing this was to just stand off with the dragon.
They have a plus 16 to their con saves.
Well, it takes half damage.
Okay.
Do I take full or half at the 18?
I believe
You'll
18
take
is
half. Yeah, you say.
Okay.
So the total is 14, so 7 halved.
Okay. I mean, it's not immune or resistant to that type of damage, so there's that.
If it's maybe numb its tongue a little bit.
It's like eating Pop Rocks. Xerax
Pop
and
Rocks.
and Ixis, you hear a very muffled boom come from within the dragon's mouth.
Do I get to bite?
Oh, yeah, you can bite the dragon's tongue.
17.
I'm going to say it's an auto hit
Okay.
because, I mean, its tongue is bigger than you are, so how can you miss that?
Well, that's max damage for 10 poison damage.
10 point. Okay, yeah.
Non-magical
immune.
poison.
Not immune to poison, so did full damage. I was not expecting any of this. Xerax and Ixis, you see the dragon begin to stretch out its wings, like it's going to be taking off into the
Please
air.
don't eat
here.
those. We do need those too.
You hear the dragon speaking as though it was speaking aloud, but it is originating from within your mind. Telepathic communication, because its mouth is currently full. And it simply says, they made their choice.
One technically paid.
But you're going to.
I paid twice, goddammit. I should have only
This
pulled
is
up one.
just going to continue your war with our matriarch.
War. This is not a war. We have already won.
But you're going to be continually harassed. And they might try to take some of your hoard. Are 2 gnolls really worth that level of annoyance?
Give me a persuasion roll.
I'd like to assist by prattling off. You know, us gnolls really do kind of stick together, and the hunting parties they'll definitely come after you. Like we could try to tell them not to, or not tell them that this ever happened, and then you'll at least be left alone.
I'll give you the roll with advantage.
It's a really good thing because this isn't going to go well.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, I rolled a 9, so that's a 7.
Oh.
Oh, with advantage.
I have a -2 because of a 7 charisma.
Okay.
This is
So
what
the-
happens when an entire party dumps their charisma.
So the
I have-
dragon,
I have a counter argument.
do you?
I'm gonna call lightning from where I'm at,
Okay.
just so it strikes it in the face.
Okay. That's
She's trying so hard to just make it look, Pretty much just trying to get it to back off.
And Isa will keep biting and clawing whenever she has the opportunity to do so. So
Go ahead and roll me damage on that lightning. I don't think
Lightning.
it's gonna be able to. I mean, it can mechanically save against it, but come on.
Problem is, it doesn't even know it's being cast.
24.
20. Okay. Make a note of that here. 24. Okay. So the dragon for a moment stops and begins to ponder your words, Xerax. And when it looks like it's about to speak, let its thoughts be known, a bolt of lightning comes down from the sky and strikes it on the nose. You've seen this lightning enough times to know that it came from Zara. And the dragon kind of curls its lip up in a snarl and leans down so it is mere feet from Xerax and Yixis, and makes an elaborate show of swallowing.
Oh boy.
And it pulls back its head and again begins to stretch out its wings and beat them against the air.
I clawed its tongue some more. Just being annoying.
Well, I mean, you're currently going down its throat, but you
Oh,
can claw,
can I claw the throat?
at its esophagus.
Can I make a grab for that thing that dangles in the back of their neck?
The uvula?
Yeah,
Sure.
just so I can hang from
Why
it.
not?
And then as I'm hanging from it, continually cast Call Lightning on it to be even more of an annoyance.
Give me a dexterity check as you're being swallowed.
For my attacks, is that a full attack action? So
Attack is... It'll be an auto hit, but just do the damage die plus modifier only.
can I get both claws off or just the one? Because I get 2 attacks action.
Just one.
Just one. Okay. Had
So
to ask.
I got a 19 for
Oh, wait, that's the right.
a dex check. A dex check or a dex save. They're the same thing.
Okay.
That's 14 poison damage for me.
14. Okay. So as you begin to feel yourself slipping down its throat, Zara, you reach out and dig your claws into its uvula to hold on and not end up this dragon's meal. And Isa, as you are going down its throat, you feel the muscles in its neck kind of contract as Zara's claws dig into it. Like it's about to cough or something, but it seems to be able to suppress that. And
Can it suppress it if I bite it?
well, might want to rethink that in just a second here.
I've already she's already committed to the idea that she's dead. She's just going. If she's got to go down, she's gonna go down the biggest freaking annoyance to this dragon she can.
Meanwhile, Yixis is looking over at Xerax. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
In true
And as you're saying that,
true Gnoll fashion,
its wings stop beating and its eyes go wide as it feels those claws dig in. It's not taking off at the moment. It's got a different problem to deal with. And the two of you inside of it, you hear a rumbling come from down within this dragon. And Isa, since you are further down its throat than Zara is, you feel heat beginning to rise up from somewhere within it, and even a little bit of light almost. And you're all familiar with the way dragons work. Dragons have breath weapons.
Can I interrupt the breath weapon by biting the uvula to make it choke?
And I'm trying to dig in wherever I can with claws.
Because I don't know if you've tried to breathe when you've got something stuck in your throat. It's not really the greatest feeling. Sometimes you cough. And sometimes
Yeah.
those coughs make things regurgitate.
You can try.
So I have to make a attack against it.
The attacks, for the purpose of this, I'm going to say all your attacks just hit the
Okay.
target, because I honestly cannot justify a reason as to why they wouldn't.
Interior armor. What's the armor class of the inside of
So,
it?
so
You know,
what
we could just
you're
whiff.
looking for here with each of these attacks is to do a specific amount of damage in order to elicit a specific reaction from the dragon.
Okay.
All right. Oh.
And how much does the bite attack deal?
Bite is a D6
A D6.
plus strength or dex,
Yep. Your choice of strength or dex.
and the claws are D10s.
Yep.
So that's going to be 12 poison from Isa with her one claw.
So am I doing continual damage since my claws are dug into it at the moment, or?
Right now, your claws are just your means of holding on. You can dig them in further as an attack instead of doing a bite.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's just dig the claws in, and in kind of like dog fashion, just kind of like start to rock with it.
Okay.
So that is going to be, it's a D10 you said for the claws?
Yep.
And I can roll that with Dex, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
I'll be 10 points of claw damage.
Okay.
How far away is this thing from us?
It's about 15 feet from you.
Like, and how large is it?
This dragon is larger than what you would expect to see from like an adult dragon or something. It has a wingspan of about 150 feet.
Okay. And you said the wings are extended currently?
Yes, they were extended and flapping, but something has interrupted that, and currently they are just extended and kind of laying on the ground around it.
Okay. I want
Poor
to
dragon.
do just out of sheer instinct. I'm going to reach into my component pouch for fear of my own life if I only have one one person to travel with in this dangerous desert. And I'm going to grab some bat guano and sulfur, and I'm going to center a fireball right on the webbing of its wings.
You're muted.
Yeah. Probably a good thing that I'm muted or was muted.
So that it doesn't hit us.
Yeah, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. It's a dex save for fireballs, right?
Yes.
I thought it was con. Oh, no. It's Dex, right?
Yep. It rolled a 25.
Oh, yeah, that saves on everything, I'm sure. But since we're in the shit already.
Now we can accurately tell Xena that we fought a dragon if we survive. Maybe she was lucky she was taken. Things are not looking good.
Zorro, I hope you're ready to start Mass Effect back up.
Things were not looking good the second.
Things haven't been looking
Right,
good. for a
General,
while.
where is a beta force? I just dropped that thing down that thing's throat.
Looks like Shadow Fox's first session will also be his last.
Yeah, probably.
Zael says no scratches could come to the kid.
Repeat to a dragon.
Zara just pisses a dragon off.
Does Isa have the immovable rod on her?
No, Xena had the removal rod.
Crap.
Yeah. It'd be real handy right
that's
I
now.
would
gonna
love
be
to have that
37
abuse
fire
of force right
damage.
now, General.
37 fire damage. Okay.
Mhm.
Your fireball goes off exactly where you wanted it to, and the dragon kind of recoils a bit, not expecting such a big blast from such a small creature. And it looks at you, narrowing its eyes and growling ever so slightly. But it doesn't look as though any of the fire did any damage to it.
Like 0 damage.
0 damage. So,
Um,
safe assumption that it is probably immune to fire.
Still just gonna dig claws in.
yeah, I'm holding on. I have an idea, but it's like a big, a big what if?
Can I ask kind of where in the throat am I? Am I somewhere close to, am I behind the tonsils or am I close to the tonsils that I could try and,
You are not near the tonsils.
okay. I can wedge myself in there if I can.
At this point, you are like at the bottom of the throat almost.
Okay. Well, we're gonna keep digging claws in for 14 poison damage, which is the most I can do.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the wand of wonder. I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna point, since I'm hanging from the back of its throat. I'm gonna take the wand. And I'm gonna point at the front of its mouth. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
That's what makes the Rod of Wonder so awesome. Okay.
Yes.
So
Why don't
go
I
ahead.
have polymorph?
I don't think that would
Go
help
ahead.
us.
And give me a D100 if you would.
That will be a 34.
34.
What's that?
Okay. Give me another D100.
Another D100?
That's concerning.
Oh God. Yeah, that's no. Look, fireball. When I get the butterflies.
You'll find out.
A whammy. That is going to be a 34 again.
34. Okay. Xerax and Yixis, you see in an unoccupied space next to the dragon suddenly poof into existence an elephant.
What the hell is going on?
Wait,
Look at the elephant, look at the dragon.
wait. So the elephant appeared next to them. If I targeted the inside of the dragon's mouth.
Next to the dragon, it has to appear in an unoccupied space closest to the creature that you're
Gotcha.
targeting.
Oh, that'd been great if it appeared in its mouth.
Yeah.
I thought about that, but they're just
I mean, the
It's-
size of an
yeah.
elder dragon technically has open space. Probably not big enough to fit an elephant, but
not quite. If it was the rhinoceros, maybe, but elephant is quite
wait,
large.
is it? Wait, so I could have summoned a rhinoceros?
Yeah, 1 to 25 is rhinoceros, 26 to 50 is elephant, and 51 to 100 is a rat.
On the plus
A
side,
single rat.
Single
in all
rat.
this, I look at the dragon. You look uncomfortable. You could spit them out and eat the look over elephant.
We'll trade you the
elephant
Knolls for
is
the
good.
elephant.
Elephant makes confused elephant noises.
I just can't help but recall Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Wait, I got it.
The whale's last thoughts as it plummeted towards the earth.
Wand of
You-
Wonder. What
You can
other
give me
shit-
a persuasion on that if you want, Xerax.
Look,
You know what? I'd like to try.
You know what? 89 to 90 would have been great because that probably would have saved us. Because that summons gems.
I give up.
nope.
Percentiles and Persuasion are not my forte. That's a 2.
A 2?
4 on the
well,
dice.
I
2
mean,
on.
it can't roll lower than that. So I'm afraid you don't persuade it to trade the elephant for the gnolls. I think at this point it's gonna start beating its wings again and beginning to lift off from the ground. Your attacks within its throat and on its uvula seem to have halted the breath weapon that it was debating using, and it is lifting up off of the ground.
Can I try to dig the closet enough to try and climb my way back up the throat?
You can do a strength contest against the muscles of the dragon's throat.
Because this is going to go well. Okay.
I mean,
And while she's doing that,
can't get much worse.
still holding on, again, from like where I'm at, I'm casting Call Lightning down onto the dragon.
It's a dirty 20.
You're close when the dragon rolled a 23. So you don't manage to beat out its throat muscles, and you are being pushed further towards its stomach. And you are attacking its uvula again? Or no, you're lightning it?
Mhm.
Using lightning on it? Okay, give me that damage on the lightning.
Most obnoxious meal ever.
It's going to be 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage.
This is going to sound really, really weird. And yes, it's a very desperate attempt. But
I don't think anything
Please.
about this situation isn't weird.
I'm going to make it weirder, and I'm sorry. What would Yixis know about whether or not dragons, especially this age group of dragons and this breed of dragon, what would Yixis know about them wanting offspring? Yes, I see that eyebrow cockroach, and just hold on.
Are you really gonna horny roll the dragon
No,
to save
no,
it?
no.
I know what you've got in mind. I know what you've got in mind. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, good. One I'm good with. Just straight up int.
Yep.
No proficiency.
Just straight up int.
At least that's good. That's going to be 21.
A 21? Okay. These dragons don't differ from other dragons too much in that regard. Usually when they choose a mate, if it is another dragon, it's usually for life. It's not unheard of for dragons to take humanoid form and have a temporary humanoid mate. They're very, very protective of their young. If they have eggs, they're kind of overprotective of those eggs until they hatch. They don't typically have any issues having offspring, but if you're looking to take over a region of the world, the more offspring, the better, right?
Is it currently mating season?
Give me an intelligence roll again.
Different dice. Okay, that's a 18.
An 18. Okay. Dragons kind of view time differently because they live so long. So, like, where a wild forest animal might have a specific time every year that is their mating season. Mating season for a dragon could be like every 172 years or something strange like that, just because of their long lifespans. So too difficult to tell.
So this is odd, but Yixis will shout out in Draconic, wait, if you spit them out and let them go, I can promise the next time you try to have babies, it'll work.
I knew it was going to go there eventually.
Raise one eyebrow, turn around, looks
Do
swearing.
you speak Draconic?
Oh god, that was in Draconic.
Yeah,
was in
you have no
Draconic.
idea what I just
Um,
said.
Give me a persuasion roll with a +5.
Wasn't expecting that. Okay.
It rolled pretty low on this, so
Well, and I luckily rolled pretty high, so it would have been a dirty 20, but with your +5, 25.
okay. It rolled 16, so it is going to lower itself back down to the desert floor. It only managed to get like 10, 15 feet up in the air. And it will pull its wings back tight into its body and lean down towards you, Yixis. Close enough that every
I'm
time
shaking and
it exhales, it like blows your fur back. It is right in your face. Explain yourself. But before you explain yourself, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a night.
God, you're gonna leave me sitting back
You're
there
gonna
for a
leave
week?
me
gonna-
hanging to the back of a dragon's throat.
I'm gonna leave y'all hanging on that note.
Oh, we need to
Oh,
give
wait,
away the
2
dice
weeks.
too.
Yes, we do.
2 weeks
2
because
weeks,
we're
no-
taking next
two-
week
yeah.
off.
That's right. Yeah, we have no show next week. No shows of any kind next week. We are taking the week of Christmas off because it's Christmas, holiday season. Gotta give you guys a break eventually. But we do actually have a giveaway open right now as part of our Dicember giveaways. The beautiful set of dice that we are giving away. I will drop a link into chat here. That one right there. If you have won a giveaway from us already during December, you're not limited. You can enter another one. We never put that rule in place, so feel free. And yeah, exactly as San just did in chat there. Just type !December into chat to enter. I will give everyone, let's say, 1 more minute to enter into the giveaway before I close it and draw it. If your name is drawn, all you have to do is tell us what you won. And yep, Azrin, it is not case sensitive, so you do all capitals or no capitals or whatever you want. Yeah, if you're drawn, you just need to tell us what it is you won, and then we will require your Discord username from you. And if you're not a part of Discord, you can find our server link right there in chat. And then that'll be it. We will reach out to you when we get to sending those dice out to everyone. So, let's close it up here in 5 more seconds, which is not going to make a difference for people on a delay. Okay. And it is... Hey, there you go. Danny, you just got to tell us what it is that you won. Yep, perfect. Okay.
Yay!
So, I believe I just saw you join into our Discord. So I will grab your Discord username from there. And that'll do it for today's giveaway. Don't worry if you entered, but were not drawn. I kind of feel bad for San. They keep entering the giveaways and they're never drawn. But try your luck again tomorrow, because we will be having another giveaway tomorrow during our Tuesday game, which starts at 7:30 p.m. Pacific.
We're not being eaten by dragons.
Yeah.
You
Not
I
yet.
was not prepared for this.
Look,
I want to
look,
point out we didn't
I-
make it through a single shift of watch.
No, I think we did it all maybe
I just want to point out that Zara had a "what would Zael do" moment, and Zael would have done the exact same thing, probably with a little more flair and bravado, but
And sneak attacks.
See, Iza's problem is she values everyone's life above her own. So, yeah. In a misguided attempt to try and save someone, she got eaten.
So I have random dragon sightings on the percentile table, and none of those sightings are ever really meant to turn into encounters. They're just, if you roll kind of middle of the road, here's an event, but nothing actually happens. But Raven rolled a 13 and a 3. And I knew you were all on like death's door already. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just use a dragon sighting, put a little scare into him, and then we'll move on. But then there was the 3 fails of the Ruth's stealth. So like, okay, it'll land, put out their fire, maybe demand some coin or something, and be on its way. But nope, that's not what happened. So we'll see how that resolves in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll catch you guys tomorrow for Into the Wildlands, where maybe people won't be hanging in the back of people dragons' throats, but you never know. It is it's definitely a possibility.
We have a dwarf with wishes. Who knows?
That's
You have a dwarf with wishes. You are currently inside the belly of a living ship that is gliding through the void. So who knows?
Because all of us
Yeah.
felt real comfortable getting in that ship.
don't
mean-
eat any food that the ship offers you.
I mean, being inside a living ship, offering to give a dragon magical Viagra.
Fine.
This is what you can look forward to on all of our shows.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will catch you all later. Until tomorrow, have a good one, everyone.
Jeez.